Hey y'all, it's your girl Gemini Jazz with House of Chiron, and we are back with another episode of Galactic Gossip. Yes, we are. So I hope you all have had a wonderful weekend, and I hope that the new moon in Pisces have served you very well and that you set all the beautiful intentions that you could dare to dream of. So this week, we are going to experience a few shifts, positive things, because March is full of positivity as well as the rest of the spring. So, but before we move into that, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning into my channel. If you are new here, welcome, welcome. I am Gemini Jazz, and this is House of Chiron and Galactic Gossip, which is our weekly information about the astrology. Yes. So if you have not yet, please subscribe. Hit that button for the little bell thing so you get notifications every time I upload something new. And if you are a returning person, go ahead, like, share, and do your thing, what you always do. So once again, thank y'all for being here. And before we get into the forecast, I do have some announcements. So really quickly, first and foremost, we still have, for the remainder of the year, we still have the trauma conscious yoga full moon healing circle. Y'all look, Mars is in Gemini, messing all kind of stuff up. I can't speak well. Anywho, so we have this full moon healing circle that we have been hosting every month since the beginning of 2021. It is myself and Natita Gassel with the Trauma Conscious Yoga Institute. And we have a collaboration where we get together at every full moon for a healing circle. It's some yoga, and we tie in the full moon astrology and what that means and what are we releasing. It's really beautiful, really transformative, really healing. And I think everyone should come at a full moon healing circle at least once in your life. It's just a wonderful thing to experience. So, anywho, moving on. We have that is on March 28th, and you can sign up from the description box down here. I have the link down there. Also, you can access it from my website, and you can also access it from the website, the Trauma Conscious Yoga Institute's website as well. If you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, all the information is there also. So that is that. Also, this week, we are opening the House of Chiron Celestial City. So I'm excited. We're opening it on the 20th, the first day of Aries season, first day of spring. So that means that you will be able to pay, and that you will also be able to access all of the goodies that are within the community. So yes, yes, yes. I am so excited to open it. And also, with that being said, this will also be the last week to book any remaining readings that I have available on my website, because they are closing on the 19th. Everything will be gone. I will not be doing any more individual personal readings at all. I will only be focusing on the membership and a few other things that I have going on. So this is your last week to book. Might as well do it. And what else? It was something else. Dang it, it just left me. Gemini, I'm telling you, Mars is messing up my brain right now. Yeah, I can't remember. It'll come back to me. By the way, it is your last week to book. So go ahead and get that in, and make sure that you go ahead and subscribe or register for the Full Moon Healing Circle. And if you have not added your name to the wait list for the Celestial City, go ahead and do that too. So that way you'll be able to get first dibs, and you also get a 10% discount if you are on the wait list. So you get a 10% discount off the membership fee if you have been added to the wait list. So make sure you have done that. All that information can be found in the description box also. And yeah, so moving on. That's all the announcements that I have, I think. I can't find any more in my brain. So if they come back, I'll just repeat them at the end. Anywho, so now let's get into the forecast, shall we? Okay, so this week we are going to be discussing the energy for March the 14th all the way through March the 20th. And at the beginning of this week, March the 15th, we have Mercury moving into Pisces. Ooh, right? So Mercury is going to be leaving one stellium and joining another. So it's going to be leaving Aquarius and adding itself back into another stellium in Pisces. So it's going to be over there in whimsical land, Piscean world. Mercury is going to be adding a little intellect to our spirituality. It's going to be adding a different perspective to things because now it's in Pisces. And, you know, when Mercury moves into Pisces, you can get kind of cloudy in your mind. Things might not appear what they seem. There could be some delusionment here. There can also be some deceptive energy going on because you're not seeing things clearly. When Mercury is in Pisces, it is really important for us to pay attention to things like contracts and any information that comes in. Make sure you are reviewing things and paying attention to it before you sign anything because things aren't clear. You aren't really receiving the information clearly. And then you might even, your perceptions might be kind of rose colored. It might be seeing things, you know, not for what it really is, but what you would like for it to be. So, you know, because Mercury rules our nervous system, it rules our brain, it also rules our perception, it also rules information, all of those things. So social media, all of that. So just make sure that you are paying attention to what information is coming in, because not only will Mercury be in Pisces, but it's in Pisces with the sun until the sun moves out later on in this week. It'll move out, but it's going to be there with the sun. It's also going to be there with Venus. So keep that in mind. So this is Venus is your finances. So there could be some uncertainties with your financial things, also uncertainties within your relationships because Venus rules relationships. So Mercury in Pisces is going to allow us to be directed by our emotions and our spiritual impressions more than our intellect and logic. So that's going to be a need for us to really tap in and focus on feeling more than thinking instead of intellectualizing things. It's more so, what do you feel? Our perceptions tend to be less linear and more like a spiral down, like this circular flow of things, like waves. Think, you know, Pisces is the fish, it's the ebb and flow. So instead of seeing things very linear, we're going to be seeing like the cyclical wave of emotions, the wave of things, instead of it being just here. So also, even during this time, it's really good to tap into your intuition because our intuition during this time might heighten at this time. And so if you have been looking for some answers or seeking something, on a logical level and it just hasn't been coming to you. So it will during this time because it's going to be tapping into your intuition. It's going to be about your connection to the divine and seeing things and feeling things. So letting those downloads come in spiritually, so things will manifest in that way versus it manifesting logically or intellectually or even informationally, right? So instead of receiving information, you could actually just receive a download during this time about something that has been, you know, uncertain. So also this transit will sextile Uranus in Taurus. And so this is later on in its transit, but this is going to bring some unexpected waves of inspiration and some genius ideas, right? And it's going to be assisting us within our creative explorations in order to manifest the lives that we desire. So we just set our intentions with this new moon in Pisces. So once it happens with this Mercury sextile Uranus, whatever those intentions are, we're going to be receiving inspirational ideas and something creative. More information could come in, or even just more insight, intellectual insight, but more intuitively could come in order for us to manifest what it is that we set with the new moon. So at the start of Aries season, Mercury will also make this square aspect to Mars, right? So this is going to make us get things going, get things moving. And that's because the sun is also in Aries, and the sun in Aries is going to be giving us that energy to get things going. It's going to give us that vitality, that aggression, that energy, right? That exertion to get it done. So whatever it is that we are setting with these intentions, they're going to start getting in like this forward momentum and forward motion, although Mercury is in Pisces. But because it's in Pisces and it's making these different aspects to these energy packed planets and these electrical kind of planets, is going to help ignite and create these things. Okay, so all of that is on the 15th. So Mercury will be in Pisces from the 15th of March all the way to April the 3rd. So we have a couple of weeks, good 3 weeks or so of this energy. So moving on the 16th, we have the sun in Pisces will be making a sextile to Pluto, which is in Capricorn at 26 degrees. So Pluto rules our power struggles, it rules obsessions, it is the magnetism that we possess. And the sun rules our willpower, our egos, our life force, vitality. It's also our purpose in a sense. So the sextile to this planet that influences transformation, ranging from things of the physical realm as well as the spiritual realm, we will feel more determined to step into our purpose because the sun is part of our purpose, but it's also our ego, it's who you are, it's your soul expression. So in various forms of astrology, we see the sun that represents our purpose and the reason why we're born, and you connect that with like your North Node and Chiron and so many other things. And so this kind of gives you a general view of what it is that you are set here to do. But during this time with this sextile, we are going to feel the need to succeed in those desires, in our deepest, most innate desires, and our most determined pursuits that we're set out to do, even to the point of obsession, because Pluto rules obsession. It's laser focus. And so just kind of be very careful that it's not to the point of where it creates a power struggle, that you're so obsessed that you're willing to do anything to make it happen, because that energy is very prevalent with Pluto energy, especially when it's in connection with something like the sun. The sun is our ego, so it could really take over. So typically this energy promotes us to bring out, like, it's a great time to accomplish something. So it brings out that energy, it brings out our ambitiousness, especially with complex tasks and taking advantage of different opportunities that could come in or that have already come in. So we might even experience a need to like transform or renew our egos, transform our need for power and control, or just complete growth, or using these things, these transformations that are happening, and it allows us to grow. So something could definitely come through during this time that is going to allow us to like really transform and see something. It's going to be a lot of aha moments. It's also going to be something that's going to initiate whatever projects that we have thought of and planned out, and now we're setting in motion. So moving on to the 18th of March, later on this week, we have Venus in Pisces is going to be sextile in Pluto in Capricorn also. So this is also at 26 degrees. So Venus in Pisces is exalted. We know that. So it feels good. It loves being here. It's bringing all these blissful vibes, to our love life and our finances, money coming out of nowhere, love coming out of nowhere. You're seeing things differently. You're feeling all deep and rosy and lovely and all that good stuff, right? So our creativity is soaring into other dimensions, right? Because Pisces is about the unconscious, the unseen. It is the depths, it's the abyss, right? It's the ending and the beginning, so to speak. It's the 12th house energy. So, and it also rules creativity because it's the absolution. From nothing is something is made, something is created. So this is making it possible to envision all of our capabilities with Venus sextile and Pluto. So there's going to be some kind of breakthrough, some kind of manifestation, or something that's going to come forth regarding our finances, our relationships, the goals that we seek to obtain or to manifest within all these different, Venusian themes. So this is also going to help us with that laser focused energy with the sun making a sextile to Pluto. So it's going to be very laser focused and intense on a deep level about our values, about our self-worth, our relationships, our business partnerships. And in turn, this is going to reflect in our net worth, right? Because it's Venus, self-worth, net worth is all connected. So we're going to, whatever this new moon in Pisces, whatever vision that we have, whatever intentions we've set, we're going to see something come up that's going to give us like this hint that it is happening. It's kind of like being in alignment is going to give like a synchronicity. That's the word I'm looking for. Some type of synchronicity is going to come forth with this energy. Also something very transformative because it's Pluto. And it's Pluto is very deep spiritually. It's something that you don't really, not something that you are seeing. It's very secretive. So it's not something that's going to be bold, but it's going to be something that you're going to know internally, like, oh, okay, I see what this is. Gives us that confirmation to keep going. Okay, so after that, the last thing that we have for this week, we have the sun entering Aries. So it is the start of Aries season. So happy solar return, all you beautiful Aries people. I love y'all. I got an Aries moon, so y'all my people. Okay, so with that being said, happy solar return. Aries leading the pack into the brand new season is now the spring equinox. So we about to get it popping, all new everything, like I said. So this is going to be the new astrological year. Aries is a dynamic energy. Aries is the, the zodiac that starts it starts the zodiac. It's the initiative, it's our action, it's our energy, it's also our self-image. So we are going to have a focus on our self-image. We are going to have a focus on our business, getting things going, and it's about how we want to be seen, how we want to show up. So we're going to be getting our bodies ready for the summertime, getting our minds ready, because Aries rules the head, not necessarily the brain, but the head. So we might, be on some, get some headaches and things like that if we're not drinking our water, taking care of ourselves, if you're not involved in physical activity, because Aries need physical activity, whether it's something light or something extreme. They need physical activity to push through that energy. So it's important that we start getting into physical activity, paying attention to our bodies, our self-image. The sun at some point is going to make a conjunction with Chiron, that is in Aries. So it's going to show us something about our deepest wounds, our deepest fears, about our self-image, about our bodies even. It could be on a mental level, spiritual level, physical level. Could be any of those things. And it also depends on where this is in your chart. So wherever the sun is moving into Aries in your chart also tells you where your focus is going to be more so during Aries season. So keep that in mind. Like for me, for example, I have Aries in my 12th house. So I'm probably going to be having some crazy, wild, aggressive dreams during this transit. I'm not surprised. Also, it's going to be a lot about travel and just different things like that. Spirituality as well. So you never know. You never know. But anywho, so the sun will be in Aries until April 19th. And yeah, utilize this Aries energy to get things going. It's the brand new season, all new everything. So get it popping. Yes. So that's all that I have for Galactic Gossip. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. I hope March has been wonderful and loving to y'all as it has been for me. So I wish you all a wonderful week. Holla at your girl. Love y'all. Bye.